Hi everyone. A very good morning to everyone. Wish you a day full of happiness and joy. And as you all know, today we are going to see an interesting subject, history. History, as you know, story of our ancestor. So let us begin with the new topic. Before that, let me share a screen and PPT with you all. My hearty welcome to you all for our online lecture. Myself, Elavarasi Gurusamy. And today, what are we going to see? Standard 8, subject history, chapter name is Civil Disobedient Movement. Students, civil disobedient movement. With this word only you can relate what are we going to study in today's chapter. Civil disobedience. Do you know what does it mean? It means the activity professed refusal of a citizen or to obey certain law, demands, order, or command of a government. Means refusing some laws and orders of the government, but in a non-violent way. In shortly, civil disobedient means to refuse all the laws or demand which is not good for the common people. So in this chapter, we are going to see certain events which comes under civil disobedience. Now, what are they? We are going to see the introduction, the Peshawar Satyagraha, Solapur Satyagraha, Dharasana Satyagraha, and Sacrifice of Babu Genu. So let us begin. Introduction. What is civil disobedience movement? Civil disobedience movement was one of the most important, significant movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in the course of Indian freedom struggle. By around 1930, when what we saw in the last chapter, by 1930, the Congress Party declared that Purna Swaraj, complete independence. Do you all remember? That was the solemn aim of the freedom struggle. So from where, after the resolution of complete independence, Purna Swaraj was passed in Lahore session. Can you all recall, students? Lahore session president was Lokmanya, sorry, then Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch the civil disobedient movement. Jawaharlal Nehru was the president of Lahore session. So before beginning this movement, Gandhiji put up various demands in front of British government. Gandhiji thought, okay, before starting this civil disobedient movement, we will put up some various demand in British government. Let us see whether they are accepting or not. So Gandhiji was looking for, when all these things was there, Gandhiji was looking for a central idea around which whole civil disobedient movement could be built. During this time, Mahatma Gandhi came across the salt tax. Now, salt tax, the one of the important demand was to cancel the salt tax, the monopoly of British government for manufacturing of salt. Salt tax, salt in a sense, what a important essential ingredient in our daily life. So for that also, Britisher had imposed the tax and monopoly of British government. Monopoly means what, students? A market structured or characterized by a single seller selling of a unique product in the market. Over here, British only had the power to sell the tax. Monopoly, that word mono means single seller. So automatically in monopoly market, the seller faces no competition. So he has always a good profit. So this was injustice. salt tax and monopoly of British government for manufacturing of salt. Because because the demand of Gandhiji was rejected by the government, he decided to launch Satyagraha all over India by breaking the Salt Act. When Gandhiji said, okay, before starting the civil disobedient movement, let us give us some demands. But as you British government was so brutal, so they rejected all the demands. Then Gandhiji thought, okay, this won't do. So he decided to launch Satyagraha all over India by breaking the Salt Act. Because salt is such an ingredient that every person we need. Then he started Salt March or Dandi March. Now, salt is an important ingredient in food of common people. As we all know, if without salt any food is given to you, it is tasteless. We directly say, what is this, mama? Without salt, without this is tasteless. So this is an important, salt is becomes an important ingredient for everyone. Hence it was unjust to impose tax on an essential commodity like salt. all the people all the people may be of any religion or any caste, all need salt. So basically, Mahatma Gandhi was searching for such a issue in which all people can come together. He was just thinking, okay, I should take up some issue, but it should be common that all people can come together. And salt is one of the things that every people need it. Therefore, Gandhiji started the Salt Satyagraha. Salt Satyagraha was just a symbolic. He said this is just a symbolic, just to start with the non-civilization we have to. But what was the extensive objective behind it? Was to break the oppressive and unjust law of British government through peace and satyagraha without any violence. This was the main logic, main objective of Gandhiji. Salt Satyagraha will be a symbolic start of civil disobedience movement. But main objective was to break all the oppressive and unjust law, means all the oppressive and unjust law of British government, to break it. But in what way? Through non-violence, peaceful way, just by satyagraha, telling the government that this is not good, this is unjust with us, telling them the truth behind it. So when this salt satyagraha started, Gandhiji chose Dandi, a seashore. Dandi is nothing a place, a seashore place in Gujarat. You can see in the image over there, in between, where this Dandi beach is there. So he chose that seashore. As we all know, salt we get from the ocean water. So obviously, salt manufacturing places will be in near the seashore. So in that way, Gandhiji chose Dandi, a place in Gujarat, to begin with the salt satyagraha. So on 12th March 1930, Gandhiji set out from Sabarmati Ashram with 78 followers for launching the Salt Satyagraha. When he started 12th March 1930, Gandhiji came out from Sabarmati Ashram with 78 followers for launching the Salt Satyagraha. And do you all know, students, how this Satyagraha started? On foot, means by walking all the way from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. It was near about 385 kilometer. It is not less. You can see in the image from where that Sabarmati Ashram is there and where the Dandi beach is there, seashore is there. It was near about 385 kilometer was covered on foot by walking. But when he was passing, when he was completing this 385-kilometer, Gandhiji just did not came walked. While coming through this, Gandhiji delivered speeches in the village on the way. Whenever they stopped for some relaxation or for night, when they stopped in village, Gandhiji delivered speeches in the village on the way. What was in his speech? Through his speech, Gandhiji appealed to the people to be fearless and join the civil disobedient movement. See the thinking of Mahatma Gandhiji. Not only just walking and walking, it's not, but while walking, he started spreading about the civil disobedient movement. He started influencing the people that this is for our sake. We have to be fearless and come on, let us join the civil disobedient movement. How this movement will be featured, what is the objective of this civil disobedient movement, this was all said by Gandhiji in his speech while traveling from Sabarmati ashram to Dandi. Due to Gandhiji's speeches, message of civil disobedient movement spread everywhere and a favorable atmosphere was created. Obviously, the speech of Gandhiji was so powerful that the spread it spreaded everywhere. The civil disobedient movement spread everywhere and a favorable condition to the Indian people. This atmosphere was created. So, on 5th April 1930, Gandhiji reached Dandi. Near about it was 24 days. The march was completed. How many days? 24 days. On 5th March 1930, Gandhiji reached Dandi. And on 6th April, Gandhiji broke the Salt Act by picking up the salt. See, students, on 5th April, he reached Dandi place, but on 6th April, Gandhiji broke the Salt Act by picking up the salt, laying on the seashore of Dandi, and the civil disobedience started all over the country. This was just a first fire of civil disobedience. The Salt Satyagraha, when Gandhiji reached Dandi on 5th April and on 6th April morning, he came to the seashore. Gandhiji broke the Salt Act. How he did? By picking up the salt, laying on the seashore of Dandi. That this is a human right. We all should get. This was the main motive behind it. Now, with this, the first footstep of civil disobedient movement started. Not only in one place in Gujarat or in a Dandi, but all over country. In this way, not only in Gujarat, the Peshawar Satyagraha. Now, where is Peshawar? Peshawar is the place in today's Pakistan. So there also Satyagraha started in northwest frontier. Where? In the northwest frontier, near about Jammu, Kashmir and above the Punjab, in that area. Khan, Ab- Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was the most loyal follower of Mahatma Gandhiji. Respecting Mahatma Gandhiji and his principle of non-violence, truth, satyagraha, a most supporting follower named Khan Abdul Ghaffar was there. Where? In the Peshawar, in the northwest frontier. He was also known as Frontier Gandhiji. What he was known as? Frontier Gandhiji. He had found the organization called Khuda-e Khidmat Gar. He founded the organization Khuda-e Khidmat Gar. So on 23rd April 1930, he started Satyagraha at Peshawar. Who started? Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan started a Satyagraha of civil disobedient movement at Peshawar. The town was in the hand of Satyagrahis nearly for 1 week. For 1 week, Nearly the whole town of Peshawar was in the hand of Satyagrahi. Satyagrahi was in a peaceful manner. They were protesting this civil disobedient movement, and they took part in this civil disobedient movement. The British government over there got irritated because near about it was 1 week the town was in the hand of Satyagrahis. So British government came there with the armed force, and British government gave order to Gharwal regiment. A regiment means a unit of armed troop under the command of an officer, and we can also consist of several small units specifically composed of two armed battalions. Okay, that is regiment. So the British government gave order to Garhwal regiment to carry out open fire, means to fire, to shoot all the satyagrahis. But Chandra Singh Thakur, an officer of Garhwal regiment, refused to open fire. He said, "No, we won't do any open fire. This is unjust. This is not good." So he refused the British officer over there that we won't do any open fire on these common satyagrahis. So, as of this answer, because of this, he was court-martialed and was given a severe punishment. Court-martial in a sense, what students? Court where the cases of military law are heard, especially military laws are heard in that court. So he was court martialed and was given severe punishment. Who? Chandra Singh Thakur. And why? Because he refused to do open fire on satyagrahis at Peshawar. Because of that, he was court martialed and was given a severe punishment. Over here, the British government found itself in a difficult situation. Okay, then everywhere British got irritated. What is this? Satyagraha was launched by Mahatma Gandhi. Everywhere Satyagraha was going on in a peaceful way. People were not taking any violence in their hand. In a non-violence way, they were protesting. But somewhere British was very angered, very it was difficult for them to handle. So, what did they do? The main person, Mahatma Gandhi, on 4th May 1930, Gandhiji was arrested. See what they did. Okay, he is a key person, he is backbone of it. So, we'll arrest him. So, on 4th May 1930, Gandhiji was arrested. All over India, protest, hartal was going on. Due to this, British government faced difficulties. Hundreds of satyagrahis and many leaders were sent to jail. As Gandhiji was arrested, everywhere all protest and hartal was going on. Hundreds of satyagrahi and many leaders were sent to jail. Suppressive measures were undertaken all over the country. There was protest all over the country due to the arrest of Mahatma Gandhiji. And what happened then? Somewhere this news of Gandhiji's arrest hitted and struck the Solapur. Came to Solapur by near about on 5th May. People came to know that Gandhiji was arrested. So there, what happened? Solapur Satyagraha started. The mill workers were on the forefront in the Solapur Satyagraha. On 6th May 1930, Hartal was observed. When Gandhiji was arrested, all the people got angry and they started protesting. They started the Satyagraha. A huge procession was organized in Solapur. All class people were included in Solapur Satyagraha. Even young people were arrested too. When this thing was happening, the Satyagraha was happening, British were feeling were depressed, feeling was in difficult. So somewhere they started arresting the young peoples also. So Malappa Danshetty requested to release them, but government rejected it. Government said no. Then after hearing about this, Shankar Srivardhar, holding Indian flag in hand to release Satyagraha, he ran towards the district collector. When this Satyagraha was going on, police arrested few young leaders also. Looking at this, a young leader, Shankar Shivdare, holding Indian flag in his hand, he ran towards the district collector to say that release the Satyagrahi. But collector felt insecure and gave an order of firing. The district collector gave orders of firing on the procession. Directly he said, oh, somewhere these people are going, getting in. So district collector gave order of firing on the procession. Many volunteer along with Shankar Shiv died in the firing. Many people died in this firing. As a result, people started attacking police station, railway station, court, municipal buildings, etc. Obviously, when this open firing, this firing took place, district collector told them to gave the order of firing. People started attacking police station, railway station, court, municipal building, which was all under the control of British rule. Over there, then the government declared martial law. Government declared a martial law. Martial law, in a sense, what, students? Where a military government involving the suspension of ordinary law, where the military government take place the rule of that particular place. That is martial law. Those who took lead in this movement, such as Malappa Danshetty, Sri Krishna Sardar, Kurban Hussain, Jagannath Shinde, were hanged to death. These great leaders, you can see their images over here. These great leaders were hanged to death. This happened in Solapur Satyagraha. Now, Dharasana Satyagraha was popping out. Now, what is Dharasana Satyagraha? Dharasana Satyagraha was led by Sarojini Naidu. Dharasana is one of the place in Gujarat. The Satyagraha at Dharasana in Gujarat was led by Sarojini Naidu. So that Satyagraha is known as Dharasana because it was in Dharasana in Gujarat. Now, what happened at the Dharasana? When Dandi Break Salt Act took place. Later, when Dandi Break the Salt Act took place, people marched toward the Dharasana in Gujarat. There, this Satyagraha started, where Sarojini Naidu was leading it. But in the initial stage only, police lathi charged on Satyagrahi who came forward to break the Salt Act. When this Dandi March was over, when Dandi's break the Salt Act was over, all the Satyagrahi came towards Dharasana. But what did police did? Police lathi charged on Satyagrahi who came forward to break the Salt Act. But our Satyagrahis, our Indian Satyagrahi was so patientful. The Satyagrahis silently tolerated the blows of lathi. Oh my God. British government, the police were doing all lathi charge, maru, maru, maru. And silently our Satyagrahis, what they did? They silently tolerated because their motive of Satyagraha was non-violence. When they were when these thing was going on, when they were taken away for this batch of when one batch of Satyagrahi was beaten up, they were taken to medical aid. Then another batch of Satyagrahi came forward to replace them. What was this going on? When 10 people were beaten up, one batch, particularly a 10 to 15 Satyagrahi was beaten up, they were taken for a medical aid. They were done first aid, and another batch of 10 people came. Okay, now we will stand. Chalo, chalo, you all want to beat? Come on, beat us. In that way, another batch of Satyagrahis came to replace them. This continued endlessly. What a situation over there. All the Indian Satyagrahi, they were so firm that they stood on them. Okay, you will beat us. Let us see how much you will beat us. So one batch came towards. They took lathi charge. Then they went for medical aid. Another batch of Satyagrahi came in front of them. They started replacing, and this continued endlessly. The Salt Satyagraha, civil disobedient movement, where there was no salt pan. As you all know, salt pans are near the seashore only, but in the central part where there is no salt pan, the forest law were broken. Forest law, jungle satyagraha. There were jungle satyagraha. Now you all must be wondering, what is jungle satyagraha, teacher? The jungle satyagraha is nothing. When British government was humiliating the Indians, they humiliated the Adivasi people too. They banded the tribal people to cut the trees and was given a low wage also. But people refused to it and they started cutting. So for this, British government complaint filed against the tribal people as a robbery. This was a for this jungle satyagraha was started. There were jungle satyagraha at Bilashi, Sangamner, Kalwan, Chirner, and Pusad in Maharashtra. The tribal people also took part in satyagrahi in large number. Over here, large number of tribal people took part in this. So, after arresting many big leaders, this movement didn't stop. Gandhiji was arrested, many leaders were arrested. Solapur Satyagraha took place, Dharasana Satyagraha took place, where Jungle Satyagraha was going on, where there was no salt pan. But after arresting many big leaders, this movement didn't stop. It it started spreading in a massive way, because while coming across the Dandi, Mahatma Gandhi gave speeches, as I said you before. Can you recall, students, when he was marching towards Dandi, that 385 kilometers, almost 25 days, Mahatma Gandhiji gave speeches and addressed the people. What are the objective of civil disobedient movement and what we have to do? So nowhere this civil disobedience stopped. People were continuing this civil disobedient movement in a proper satyagraha way. Now when the Solapur Satyagraha was done, Dharasana Satyagraha we saw, Peshawar Satyagraha we saw, one thing was going on in Mumbai. In this we are going to see that sacrifice of Babu Genu. What happened to him? In Mumbai, where everywhere in Mumbai there was agitation against foreign goods. Mumbai is one of the important place for industry, and most of the import and export was done from here only. So there was an agitation against foreign goods. All the foreign goods, as we said, this civil disobedient movement, boycott, all this was being done. So we were boycotting the foreign goods also. The vehicle transporting foreign goods were obstructed. A truck carrying foreign goods, safeguarded by the police. In Mumbai, a truck loaded with the foreign goods was coming, and it was safeguarded by the police. It was safeguarded by the police because all over India Satyagraha was going on. So this foreign goods was entering inside Mumbai, was coming in Mumbai, and it was safeguarded by the police. But a young boy came in front. What was his name? Babu Genu. He came in front of that truck, and he said, "Stop! Stop the truck! This is foreign goods. We don't want it. Just take it back." He was stopping that foreign goods truck. To stop the truck, he laid down on the road. What he did, he laid in front of the truck that this truck should not go. Just we are boycotting it. We will not allow it. Police, which were safeguarding that truck, threatened him, but he did not move from his place. Police said, "Come on, get up. We will do this. We will do that. We will beat you up. Come on, get up. Get up from here." But he did not move from his place. He was so firm with his thinking, "No, I won't get up." So finally, a brutal step the British government, there the police took. Finally, he was crushed under the truck. Babu Genu gained martyrdom. What did this police said? Oh, they threatened up, "Please get up from here, or we will do this, we will do that." But Babu Genu was so firm on his way. He said, "No, I won't get up." So finally, they crushed Babu Genu under the truck. Over here, Babu gained martyrdom. Martyrdom, in a sense, one who sacrifices life for the sake of principle, or we can say for the sustaining to cause of maintain. This sacrifice of Babu Genu gave inspiration to the national movement. Everywhere a spark was seen. Okay, the sacrifice of Babu Genu inspired the whole Indian over nation, inspiration to the national movement. Now we will see some features of civil disobedient movement. Civil disobedient movement started, but there were, before all the movement till now, they were limited only in urban area. Before, whatever movement we saw in previous chapters and events we saw, that was only limited to the urban area. But this movement became nationwide movement. Means people from rural area, tribal area also registered their participation all over, almost all everywhere from top to bottom. All the Indians took part in this, urban or rural, everyone. Even the women also took part in large number. Kasturba Gandhi, Kamla Devi, Chaupatya, Avinath Kavi, Lilavati, Hansaben led the Satyagraha. Not only men, women also took part in large number. This movement was based on complete non-violence. Everywhere it was said non-violence, without any violence, we will just do Satyagraha. The British government was trying to greatly suppress the movement, but the people protested unarmed. Means non-violence was their main objective. So people were protesting without any arms and ammunition. Due to this, the Indian people became fearless. Without any fear, all the Indian people were participating. There was no fear in their harm. Okay, something will happen or some harm, arms and ammunitions were being handling. No, in a peaceful way, everything. Indian people became fearless. So Here we have come to a summary point, students. Just let us recall in shortly what all topics we saw. What we saw that after Purna Swaraj was said in Lahore session, Mahatma Gandhiji decided to launch the civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji started Dandi March against Salt Act, which was the footstep towards the civil disobedience movement. Then we saw Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, who founded the organization called Khuda-e Khidmatgar, and there in Peshawar Satyagraha we saw Garawal regiment refused to open fire on Satyagrahis over there. Then on 6th May 1930, Hartal was observed in Solapur due to the arrest of Mahatma Gandhiji and civil disobedience movements and all. Dharasana Satyagraha was led by Sarojini Naidu. Then we saw in Mumbai there was agitation against foreign goods. Due to this, Babu gained martyrdom. Then we saw some features of civil disobedience movement. Later on, few events are there that we are going to see in our next lecture. So here we have come to an interesting part of assessment. So students, are you all ready? First, on dash, Gandhiji broke the SALT Act. 6th April or 6th May?
6 April. 6 April.
Very good. Second, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was the most loyal follower of Lokmanya Tilak or Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi.
Very good, Mahatma Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Satyagraha at Dharasana in Gujarat was led by whom? Sarojini Naidu or Rani Lakshmibai?
Sarojini Naidu.
Sarojini
Yeah,
Naidu.
very good. Sarojini Naidu.
Naidu.
One of the important demand was to cancel the dash and monopoly of British government. What was that? Salt tax or goods tax?
Goods tax.
Main important tax from where this civil disobedience started. Which tax?
Salt tax.
Salt tax. Very good. Salt tax. So, students, over here, you all have an homework. Here, two questions are given. You all can write down, or either you all can take a screenshot. Explain the following statements in with reasons. First one is Chandra Singh Thakur was court-martialed and severely punished. It is related to Peshawar Satyagraha. Then second one is the government declared martial law at Solapur. Take a screenshot, students, or either you all can write also and do your this homework.
Okay, miss.
I hope you all have taken screenshot or you all must have written. Thank you, students and everyone, for your precious time and your answers. We will meet in our next lecture. Till then, take care, be safe. If you like, please like, share and subscribe our channel.